your way on to your back. Just notice as you settle in here how you're feeling this morning. Just notice how the breath feels as you start to settle in, just to a little bit of stillness. And then we'll start today with a counted breath. So we'll start with an inhale for 4 and an exhale for 4. And then I'll extend each cycle by a count of 1. So we'll take 2 cycles of breath before I start counting. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. And then reach your arms by your ears, big stretch. Let's take a couple breaths with the arms by the ears. And then just lower the arms back down by the sides. And then take your right arm back up by your ear. Let it just fall softly to the floor behind you. And then turn your head gently to the left. Turn the head back to center, return the right arm back down by the side. Take the left arm up by the ear and turn the head gently to the right. And turn the head back to center. Return the left arm down by the side and just hug the knees towards the chest. Just take a little movement here, maybe rocking or circling the knees. And then come back to stillness. Keep the right knee hugged in. Extend the left leg onto the mat. Take the right arm to a T and drop the leg over to the left for a twist. Come back through center, change sides, hug the left knee in, extend the right leg out. Take your left arm to a T and drop the leg over to the right. And come back to center, hug both knees towards the chest. Keep the knees bent, just drop the feet to the mat, take the arms down by the sides, and just take a bridge pose, press into the feet, lift up and hold at the top. And then lower all the way back down, hug your knees back towards your chest. And then make your way up to seated, however you'd like to get there. And once you're there, just take a couple shoulder rolls in one direction. And then opposite direction. And then take your arms to a T. Take your right arm over your left arm. Give yourself a just gentle hug, maybe tucking the chin, lengthening the back of the neck. Lift the head to neutral, take the arms to a T, left arm over right arm, maybe tuck the chin. And lift the head back to neutral. Release the arms. Make your way up into tabletop. And just start to take some cat-cow on your own. And the next time you're in cat, pause there. So spine rounded up towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, come back into cow, drop the belly, lengthen the chest. And on the exhale, sit yourself back into child's pose. Just moving a couple times like that. Inhale back to cow, shoulders over, wrists drop the belly. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale back to cow. And exhale to child's pose. And then come back up to tabletop. We're gonna take a little bit of protraction and retraction with the shoulders. So everything from the ribcage to the pelvis is gonna stay steady. Just gonna move the shoulder blades into upper back. So starting tabletop, lift the belly up and in and just maintain that. And then try and push the floor away, draw the shoulder blades away from each other so the upper back domes up towards the ceiling. It's not a big movement. And then changing that, drop the chest towards the mat, draw the shoulder blades towards each other to retract. We'll try that again. Press into the hands, draw the shoulder blades away from each other. And then drop the chest, shoulder blades draw together. Try and keep those elbows nice and straight. One more time, protract, draw the shoulder blades away from each other. And then retract, drop the chest, draw the shoulder blades towards each other. And then just come back to neutral and tabletop. Take your right leg up and back behind you, and then cross the right foot to the back left corner of the mat. So the ball of the foot will come down, and you can look over your left shoulder at that foot. Turn your gaze back forward, bring that leg back up through center, and then just lower that leg back to tabletop. Take the left leg up and back behind you, cross the left foot to the back right corner of the mat, drop the foot down and look over the right shoulder. And turn the gaze back forward, lift that leg back up through center, lower it through tabletop, just take a wiggle of the hips side to side. And then take your hips back to your heels, come into child's pose. And come back up through tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips. First down dog, just taking some movement, wiggling around. And just come forward into plank. Drop your knees, lower all the way down to the belly. Take a gentle cobra, lift head and shoulders. And then lower everything down, press through tabletop into downward facing dog. And walk your feet forward to your hands, coming to a forward fold at the top of your mat. On your inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen the chest forward. And exhale, fold back forward and soften. On your inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach up. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Take an inhale in plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale for cobra, lift up. And exhale, lower down, press through tabletop to downward facing dog. And then just shorten your down dog, walk your feet towards your hands, one footprint. And walk your hands and your feet wide so they're at the long edges of the mat. So you're in a short, wide down dog. And take your right hand, draw it under the body for the outside of your left calf or thigh, looking under the left armpit. And then return the right hand back to the right long edge of the mat. Take the left hand, draw it under the body, outside of right calf or right thigh. And then return the left hand to mat. Come back to your regular down dog stance, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And then walk your feet forward to your hands, forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands down to heart. Inhale, sit back for chair. Exhale, fold forward, straighten your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, go straight to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent arms reach up. Exhale, hands frame the foot, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent, reach up. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step to plank this time. Take an inhale and plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just holding this down dog. Just connecting to the rhythm of your breath as you hold your body in this shape. And walk your feet forward to your hands, forward fold top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sit back for chair. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to the heart. Inhale for chair again. Exhale, fold forward, straighten your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, straight to down dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale for crescent, arms up. Exhale, hands frame the foot, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale for crescent, arms up. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step back to plank. Take an inhale there in plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And walk your feet forward to your hands. Take an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sit back for chair. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to the heart. Inhale for chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, go straight to down dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale, come up for crescent. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. On your inhale, just lengthen the top of the head up. And on the exhale, take a gentle twist of the torso to the right. Stay upright. Inhale, come back to crescent, arms reach up. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step to down dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands draw to heart. Inhale, just lengthen the top of the head up. Exhale, stay upright as you twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center, reach the arms by the ears. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step to downward facing dog. You can hold down dog or inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You have 5 breaths. Maybe it's down dog, maybe it's child's pose. Make your way back to down dog. You can always stay a little longer in child's pose if you're there. And then walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold at the back of your mat. On your inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, fold right back forward. Holding this forward fold, so maybe you flip the palms of the hands up and take your hands underneath the soles of your feet. Not hands can be on the mat. If the hands are under the feet, just release them And then everyone walk your hands back into downward facing dog. Take your right leg up and back behind you. Bring the foot between the hands, drop the back knee down, and bring the arms up by the ears. Just drop your right arm down by your side. You can just hang there. Reach up through the left fingertips and take a side bend over to your right. You have your right hand on your hip, that might feel better. You can try that. And then come back upright, reach both arms by the ears. Just take the hands down to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and take a twist to the right. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. And then bring the right hand down to frame the foot. You can make your way back to down dog however you'd like to get there. And then take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, drop the back knee down, bring the arms up by the ears. Take the left arm down by the side, reach up through the right fingertips, and take a side bend over to the left. Maybe bring that left hand to your hip. And then come back upright, reach both arms by the ears. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and take a twist of the torso to the left. Reach your left arm up. And bring the left hand back to the mat, your way to downward facing dog. And take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands and come up into crescents. And then you decide, we're gonna move from crescent to warrior 3 several times. So arms can stay up or maybe the hands come down to the heart as you start to lean forward into your warrior 3. And then take your time with this, bend your standing leg, come back to crescent. And you're gonna move in and out a couple more times at your own pace, coming back into warrior 3. Taking your time to come back to crescent, see if you can take those movements between the two with a lot of control and focus. And then next time you're back in crescent, just pause there. Good. And then take your hands down to frame your front foot. Just go straight to down dog. We'll go straight to the other side. So take the left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands and come up into crescent and reach the arms up. Remember, you can come to warrior three with your arms up. It's a little more challenging, or hands come down to the heart. Take your time as you lean forward, come into your warrior three. And then nice and easy and controlled back to crescent. And moving here at your own pace. Noticing if your tendency is to rush things, or if you can keep that focus. Next time you're back in crescent, we'll meet there. And then take your hands down to frame your front foot, go straight to down dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands, come to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Take an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, and maybe bring your hands to blocks here. So hands can be on the mat or blocks under the shoulders. And then cross your right ankle behind your left ankle. So pinky toe edges of the feet are next to one another. You may have to walk your blocks over to the left a little bit. So keeping the blocks under the shoulders will help you to feel a little more steady. If your arms are straight and you want to bend them and hinge forward from the hips, you can. It's a little more intense probably for most of us. And if the arms are bent, just re-straighten them, unwind the feet, walk your blocks over to the right and take your left ankle behind your right ankle. Again, if you like, maybe you're hinging from the hips forward, bending the elbows. If the elbows are bent, just re-straighten them, unwind the feet. You can take props to the side. Just come into a gentle forward fold. And then plant your hands to the mat. Just step back into tabletop. Take an inhale, lengthen the chest, drop the belly. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, extend. And exhale, round. And then just come back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, come to downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths in your down dog. And then take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, come up into crescent. And then just start to hinge forward for a modified warrior three this time. So hands will either come to the blocks under the shoulders or the mat. That left leg can stay just roughly parallel to the mat. Start to lengthen your chest forward as you press your left heel back. Keep that long line of energy as you twist your torso to the right. So you can reach your right arm towards the ceiling, or maybe that right hand comes to the hip. This is
is a really hard pose, I think. All right, unwind, bring your right hand back to the mat or block. Little bend in your right knee, come back to crescent, reach your arms up. And then just take your hands down to the mat, step to downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose and down dog when you get there. And exhale out the mouth, let it go. Take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands. Come up into crescent, reach the arms up. And then take your hands either to the mat or the blocks for your modified warrior 3. Lengthen the chest forward as you press your right heel back. Spin your inner thighs in towards each other, and then twist the torso to the left. Reach your left arm up or left hand to hip. Unwind that, bring the hand back to the mat or block. A little bit in your standing leg as you come back into crescent, arms up by the ears. And then bring the hands down to the mat, step yourself to down dog. You have one more vinyasa opportunity if you'd like to take one here. And then drop your knees, come into child's pose. Maybe arms stay by the ears, maybe they go back towards the legs. And then if your arms are back, just extend them forward. Come up through tabletop and then make your way back to a comfortable cross-leg position. So we're gonna come into a little fold here. If you like to place your forehead on a block, you can bring one out in front of you. And then just bring your fingertips in front of you and gently walk it forward. If you like, you can come to forearms. If you like, the forehead could rest on a block. And wherever you are, just close your eyes, let your body be soft. And walk your hands back, lift your chest. Just pause upright for a breath or two. And then just change the cross of the leg so the opposite shin comes in front. Taking the same fold here with the opposite leg in front. So walking the fingertips forward, maybe dropping to forearms, maybe head to block. And then walk the hands back, lift the chest. One last thing here, seated, so legs out straight and wide. And then same thing, you can walk the hands forward, maybe you drop to forearms, maybe the head comes to a block. And walk your hands back, lift your chest. Just draw your legs together, make your way up to the front of your mat, so you have space to roll back. Make sure you have a block within reach, and then make your way all the way back to your back. Just hug your knees towards your chest. Take a couple breaths right here. Keep the knees bent, just drop the feet to the mat. Excuse me, setting up for bridge, press into the feet, lift the hips. And then lower the hips all the way back down. Take a breath there. And then reach for your block and come into supported bridge. Press into the feet, lift the hips, take the block under the sacrum. Just settle in, let the pelvis drop. And then just do a little test, lift the feet, make sure you feel really supported. If not, you can adjust your block. If you feel good, hug the knees towards the chest. Keep your right knee hugged in and extend the left leg straight out so the back of the left heel will rest on the mat. And then bring the left knee back in towards the chest, extend the right leg out, press the back of the right heel down. And then hug the right knee back in and then extend the legs straight up towards the ceiling. If you don't like that, you can be back in a supported bridge, knees bent, feet on the mat. And slowly bend the knees, return the feet to the mat for supported bridge.
Press into the feet, lift the hips, remove the block, lower the hips back down. Maybe walk the feet wider than the hips and let the knees just knock in towards each other. Keep the feet wide, just draw the knees slightly away from each other. And then drop the knees over to the right. And then bring them up through center and take them to the left. So just at your own pace, really gently windshield wiper the knees side to side. No rush, just making it luxurious. And then next time the knees are to the right, just hold there in that twist. And draw the knees through center, drop them over to the other side. And bring the knees back to center, hug them towards the chest. Maybe stay there in that hug or come into a happy baby. And hug your knees back in if they're not already there. Give yourself a hug. And then release the legs, come into whatever position feels nice for your Shavasana. Just feel the back side of the body connecting to the mat. Imagine that your body is so heavy that it could make an indentation in the mat and the floor around you. And give yourself this gift of a little bit of stillness, a little bit of calm. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and wrists. Reach your arms by your ears. Nice big stretch. And then roll off to your favorite side. Pause there, eyes closed. And press into your top hand. Make your way up to a comfortable seat. Eyes closed, hands at the heart. I have an affirmation today. I'll say it once, a little faster, and then I'll slow it down if you want to repeat it to yourself. It says, I get to choose what I spend my energy on and how I handle what comes my way. I get to choose what I spend my energy on and how I handle what comes my way. It's a nice reminder if you're here in California as things are continuing to always change, to remember that we have control over how we spend our energy. I hope you have a wonderful day. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.